Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our NLUs Decoded series, wherein we have students from different law universities across the country speaking and giving their insights about CLAD and their colleges. So, herein we have Anushka Awasthi, a student of 2024 batch of MNLU Nagpur with us. Anushka, if you could please start by introducing yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Anushka Awasthi. I'm from 2024 batch of NLU Nagpur. I'm in my second year right now.
Great. So, Anushka, to start with, I think we could begin with our viewers knowing a little insight about your CLAD preparation and what was your take on this national level examination?
Okay, so for my CLAD preparation, I dropped a year after my 12th, and I went to Bhopal. I joined Legal Edge there, so I prepared from there. And about my take, it's a highly competitive exam, and it puts a lot of pressure sometimes. But with proper strategizing your preparation, it's not that difficult. With proper guidance and proper planning, how you plan your subjects, you work on your weaknesses, how you analyze the mocks that you give. So yeah, it's doable. You have to actually put in the work. You have to work your ass off, if I say it informally. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so considering that you gave the examination 2 years ago and there has been like a drastic change in the pattern of examination that's happened last year, so
Right.
you must have seen that there is reduction in the number of questions and the time limit as well. So if you could just give a little tips on people who are aspiring to give this examination in the coming years.
So yeah, if there've been a drastic shift, there are less number of questions now and less number of time they have. So I though consider myself lucky because I think this pattern is a little bit more complex. It's based more on your critical reasoning, your reading skills, and how you analyze everything. So it's a little more objective. Like before, it was how it was that we prepare very objectively and we know what kind of questions are there will be there, and for say if we take GK, we used to read from there was this GK today, na? We used to solve its quizzes, etc. And there used to be like one-liner questions, so it was a comparatively bit easier. But now you have to like read the paragraphs. Now you are supposed to know the whole news item. You are supposed to know the backstory and everything. So as tips, I would say that just completely focus on improving your reading skills, your comprehension skills. Keep solving the questions of critical reasoning. Read the newspapers. That's the go-to thing you should be doing. So now it's not going to work that you just solve the quizzes of the last 2-3 months and it's going to work. So it's not going to be like that anymore. Yeah, you're supposed to know
Yes.
it. You know the news item in and out now. Yeah,
Yeah, I think the CLAT, the people who are preparing for CLAT, they now superficial knowledge will not work. They have to have like an in-depth analysis of whatever they read for the
exactly,
exam.
exactly. Yeah,
So, you said that you dropped a year after your class 12th.
yeah,
So, we have had a couple of people who had taken the same decision of dropping after class 12th. But
right.
this decision itself is a very crucial decision. There are students who prefer probably other universities where they want to go and not waste their 1 year of academic life. So,
True.
how do a student, makes a better decision in terms of whether they want to drop a year or they want to choose a university and probably start studying there and then prepare for class simultaneously?
I think the best decision should be to prepare for CLAT in your 11th and 12th. So now we've realized, all of us has realized that your class 12 marks are not really that important. It's important that you at least secure a 80-85%, but it's not really that important that you actually devote your 2 years to preparing for your, board exams. Because for CLAT, it doesn't really matter, or for any other competitive exam for that matter. So I would suggest everybody who's in their 10th to go for it, go join any coaching institution online or offline and prepare for CLAT in the 2 years so that you don't have to waste. So now, in my case now my law degree is of 6 years, so that 1 year counts a lot. So yeah. So I believe that you can completely focus on CLAT if you're dropping a year, but it's advised that you actually prepare for CLAT in your 11th and 12th to save that 1 year. and you have like 2 years time is more than enough. You can actually manage your school and your clad preparation. That is what I believe, and I really regret not preparing in my 11th and 12th before. Yeah.
Okay. So, moving forward, getting a little specific about your college in Nagpur.
Yeah.
So, what kind of opportunities exist for, undergraduate students to work on research and academic projects along with their regular college academics and classes that's going on?
Okay. So research or academic projects with professors. Okay. So now, okay, so you will put the question of how it's a new university and what are the pros and cons, etc. So I'll connect this answer to that one. So as far as research projects etc. are concerned, what I personally do is whatever topics I get for my project assignments, whatever we are getting. So if that topic is something that is really what I feel is if it's publishable and I can work on it with the help of my seniors or professors, you can actually work on a project topic relating it with the contemporary issues etc. And you can actually make it publishable if you get the right guidance. So as far as opportunities are concerned, you always have your seniors, you have your professors with specific subject knowledge. They of course give an expert insight into your topic and where from you should be researching and where you should publish your paper. So from personal experience, I would say that I rely a lot on my seniors because they have been there on in our places. They have been juniors too. They went through everything. They have been confused about where to send their articles, how to research, etc. So yeah, professors are always there, and yeah, for juniors, I'd say just make connections with your seniors. They help you a lot.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. So, apart from academics, in law school, we have to have a lot of other exposure that's there in terms of what clubs and other opportunities your college offers and what all you plan on doing. Because at the end of the day, I think it's more of a personalized journey that you go through at the end of 5 years. So you have to plan your course according to that. So what clubs and other
Exactly.
opportunities exist, in your college apart from academic front?
Okay. So I completely agree that it's a personalized journey. It depends on what you want to do after college. So in my case, I want to pursue litigation. So I thoroughly enjoy mooting. So we have different committees. We have sports committee, cultural committee, we have a mood club, etc. So the committees conduct intras obviously, which happens in every college, and then there are national level competitions. So it depends on whatever your interests are. Now if I've been interested in doing modes right from the first year. So I gave the intra. I could not secure a very good rank in it, but I took a national mode, and it made me realize that I really enjoy the process. I enjoy the research and everything that's there, the oral rounds, etc., the grilling sessions, everything. So it's very important for you to actually take up activities to in order to understand what your interests are, because it's not same for everybody. Everybody is not it's not very clear from for everybody right from the beginning. So take up debates, take MUNs, do your moods, etc., write your papers. So yeah, keep doing things, be hyperactive in your law school.
That's true. So, apart from all the activities that go on during your semester, every college gives you a special 1 or 2 months break for your internships. And we all know
Correct.
internships have a, huge amount of bearing on your professional life after law school. So, what
Yeah.
internship opportunities are provided by your college, and if it has some internship cell wherein they help students seek internships, if you could,
Yeah.
give a little insight about that.
Yes. So we have our internship coordination committee, and they have this policy wherein they specify that after each semester, where a law student should be, depending on their interests, of course, where they should be interning, in accordance with the subjects we have studies. So there are many law students who they wish to intern in big law firms right from their first and second year, which is not at all advisable because you don't have the requisite skills, you don't have the research skills that it needs. So they guide us through, they tell us the places where we can apply. And in many cases, especially in the first and second years, they help us secure the internships also. Now, because I'm in my second year, I don't know about the seniors, but they help us secure the internship, yes. And they guide us through as to where we should be applying. Yes.
Okay.
We
So,
would support.
does the internship committee tell you about the openings that are there in various aspects of law, or otherwise, if you also apply outside the opportunities that are made that you are acquainted with via the internship committee. So, what's the process like?
Okay, so there are many openings that they propose. They send us email, and then we'll have to like apply, and they select students, 5 to 6 students, whatever, depending on the availability of slots of that particular institution, and they select on the basis of GPA. Now, if we are looking for something more specific, we can apply on our own also. So it's mostly we get it through the internship committee, but it actually depends. If somebody is seeking a generic internship, they can go through the internship committee. And if somebody is seeking something more particular, then they obviously have to apply on their own, sending their CVs and SOPs and everything, or
Okay.
using their connections, if any.
Yeah, but irrespective, the internship committee is always there to guide you.
Yeah, it's always there. But like it's not the case that if I want, if, for example, if I want my internship to be in Fox Mandal's data privacy department, so it's something very specific. It depends on my interest. So if I tell the committee, they probably will not be able to, because for just one individual student, it gets a little difficult. If an institution is opening some slots, say 5 to 6 slots for a college, they can open slots for other students. But as far as individual students are concerned, I don't know yet. But yeah, we'll have to apply on our own in such
Okay.
situations.
Okay. So, moving forward, if you could give us a little insight about your campus.
Campus. Okay, so for the last since our university was established in 2015, for the last 4 years, we have been functioning from a temporary campus, which was in Mihan. It's in the outskirts of Nagpur. But now we have a permanent campus, and Honorable CGI inaugurated it before 2 3 days, the academic block, and it's beautiful. It is the second largest campus among all the national law universities after the NLSIU. So we are very excited to go there. It's beautiful. I'll send you the pictures if you want to share. So yeah, that's the permanent campus. It's made in some 600 acres or something. It's really cool. So we'll be directly shifting to the new campus once the college resumes.
Okay, so as you mentioned, there's the new campus that students will be joining over there after this
Yeah,
pandemic, hopefully soon.
yeah.
So, if you could, whatever little knowledge you have about this new campus, if there are transportation and commutation facilities are easily available, and how it will be easily connected to the main city and other, airports and railway stations for the students.
Okay. So the temporary campus was built on the outskirts of Nagpur. It's called Muraj Waterfall Gateways, and it's like the coolest hostels you could ever have. It was more like hotels. We have our flats sort of structure, and it was really cool. Now talking about the connectivity from the city, that is something negative because it's some 24 kilometers away from the city. It's really remote. It's in a remote area, because it's built in a really large area. It was not really possible for them to build in near the city anywhere, but I'm sure they are going to make sure that we get proper conveyance, and they're going to provide buses, etc. And it's a state of the art campuses. I'll show you the pictures. It's really beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
we can attach a few photographs for our viewers so that they have a little
sure.
information
Yes,
about it. Yes.
yes.
So, yep, coming back to the academic front again. So, there
Hmm.
are a lot of students who pursue the law course for 5 or 3 years, and they want to eventually pursue and give the exam for UPSC or judiciary. So, does your college have like extra assistance for preparations of these examinations?
So talking about judiciary, MNLU Nagpur has taken very good care of it, because from this year they have started this BLLB honors in adjudication and justicing. Now it's for students who are particularly right from the beginning they're interested in taking up judiciary, so that the course is designed in a way that makes them prepare really well for the judiciary. So now we have a complete batch dedicated for the students, who are interested in judiciary. So that has been taken care of. Now if anybody listening to this want to pursue judiciary, just give your clat and join our adjudication wala batch. It's really cool. It's
That's great.
particularly designed for the examination. Even the CGI, adding to that, even the CGI had said a couple of days before that the MNLU Nagpur will now produce direct judges that can be recruited as judges, like right after their graduation. Yeah.
Okay. So, apart from the students who are actually joining this specialized course, which prepares you for the exams ahead, Is there any other committee or peer student group wherein extra studies for these exams could be taken up?
Uh, I'm not sure about UPSC. I'm really sorry. I don't know. I've not interacted with the seniors who are aspiring, but I don't think there exists any
Okay.
group sort of for UPSC as far as it's concerned.
Okay. So, lastly, just last question. So, as you mentioned in the beginning, the university is, comparatively new and it's only established in a few years ago. So, having an alumni base in a legal career really makes a difference. That's what is my personal opinion. So, do you feel that not having an alumni base for MNLU Nagpur is kind of, affecting the students who are currently pursuing in the university?
I completely agree that, like, even I realized it later after I joined the university that it's very important for any university to have their alumni base, because then you have people from your college settled in different whether it's litigation or corporate or any other firm. So it's very important. Like, obviously, if a student from NLS is sending in their CV, and if I'm sending in their CV to a firm where they have an alumni from the NLS, they are obviously going to prefer students from their college regardless of how good my CV is. So of course that's a disadvantage that we face. But I would say that the positive part is, because we are a growing university, we are comparatively new. The administration and the faculty support us with everything we take up as competitions or any other opportunity. They guide us through, because now it's the responsibility is on the students to make sure that we reach a good rank or whatever. Yeah, that is there.
That's true. It's very important to have your administration and university to back you up
Hmm.
at all times.
Yes, so this puts a pressure on the students also. So the good part is that everybody works hard here, because we know that there's nobody to back us up out there in the legal fraternity. So we have to work really hard for it. We have to make our CVs exceptionally good to get accepted and get those tier one internships, etc. Yeah, so we keep
Yeah,
working. That's there.
yeah, that's great. So, if you have any other little tips for all those people who are watching and aspire to be in one of the NLUs in the coming years.
Yeah, so okay, so first of all, prepare very well for CLAT, because your college does decide a lot of things. It At the end of the day, it depends on how well you work on your skill enhancement. Regardless of what college you join, just make sure that you keep reading things, you stay updated, keep reading the news articles that are there. So don't take up a laid back attitude once you get in any of the NLUs or any other college. So that's there. Keep writing, keep mooting, etc. Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Anushka. It was great to have you here. And I'm
Thank,
sure that all the people who are viewing this will be greatly benefited with all the tips and all the information that you've given today. So thank you.
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And for all the viewers, please reach out to us for any help that you need regarding your law school journey and for your preparation of all these exams. We are happy to help, and all the links to follow us at Law Informants is given in the description. Thank you.
Thank you.